Barav yourself imagined feeling like a stranger in your own skin, a once recognizable face now a mask, transformed beyond recognition. For some celebrities, the quest for beauty has turned into a nightmare, where perfection came at a price they never anticipated. From minor procedures that spiraled out of control to full-on facial overhauls, these stars altered their looks so drastically that they're nearly unrecognizable. Join us as we reveal the shocking transformations of 20 celebrities who took plastic surgery to the extreme. These are stories that will make you question the true cost of chasing beauty and leave you wondering if it's worth it. Number 20, Donatella Versace. Once the embodiment of timeless Italian elegance, Donatella's journey in the pursuit of beauty has become one of the most unforgettable transformations in the fashion world. When she first stepped into the spotlight, especially after the tragic murder of her brother, Gianni Versace, Donatella captivated the world with her natural beauty and sophistication. But by the early 2000s, her appearance began to change dramatically, drawing the attention and concern of the public. Her once broader, natural nose appeared noticeably narrower, likely a result of rhinoplasty. Then came more drastic changes. Experts believe a series of facelifts left her skin pulled taut, creating a smooth yet almost wax-like texture. Her lips, once subtle, became fuller and more exaggerated, an outcome commonly attributed to lip augmentation, and widely critiqued by the media. The transformation didn't end there. Her cheeks took on a more defined, perhaps artificial contour, suggesting the use of fillers or even cheek implants, which altered her face from its original structure. Her eyes, once expressive and full of character, appear to have been reshaped, possibly through blepharoplasty, to lift her eyelids and reduce puffiness. These combined procedures have made Donatella's face one of the most talked about in Hollywood, a transformation that's hard to ignore. But what drove her to take these extreme measures? Her story serves as a powerful reminder of the costs, both physical and emotional, of chasing an elusive ideal of beauty. Donatella's experience is striking, but the next celebrity on our list took a different path with equally life-altering results. Stay tuned. Number 19, Bryan. In the world of cosmetic enhancements, when things go wrong, the damage can be devastating, and Bryan's story is a powerful example of how a pursuit for beauty can turn into a personal nightmare. In 2009, at age 47, Florida native Bryan opted for dermal fillers to restore youthful volume to her face. However, a grave error was made. 2 fillers, including silicone, were injected improperly into her forehead and cheeks. Within months, her face began to swell uncontrollably, causing severe and grotesque deformities. Her forehead expanded so dramatically that it drooped over her eyes, impairing her vision and leaving her unrecognizable. The effects were heartbreaking. Carol's facial skin expanded and contracted in disturbing ways, forcing her to tape her forehead just to see properly. Desperate for relief, she turned to corrective surgeries, only to find that each procedure worsened her condition. Eventually, she sought the expertise of Dr. Reza Jarhi and Dr. Bryan Boyd, who performed a groundbreaking 17-hour surgery to replace the damaged tissue. Although the surgery saved her life, it came at a cost. Carol lost vision in one eye permanently and endured years of emotional and physical recovery. Today, Carol has turned her pain into purpose, advocating for safe cosmetic practices and sharing her story to raise awareness of the risks involved in unregulated procedures. Her journey is a cautionary tale underscoring the sometimes hidden dangers of cosmetic enhancements. Carol's story was a tragic accident, but the next transformation on our list was entirely intentional, though the results were equally shocking. Stay tuned. Number 18, Joslyn Wildenstein. Often known as Catwoman in the media, Joslyn Wildenstein's transformation is one of the most dramatic and unforgettable in the world of cosmetic surgery. Her journey began in the 1990s while married to billionaire Alec Wildenstein. According to reports, Alec's admiration for exotic cats may have inspired Joslyn to pursue a feline look, prompting her to undergo extensive and costly surgeries to achieve it. Over the years, Joslyn reportedly invested millions in procedures, each one pushing her closer to an otherworldly appearance. One of her most notable features is her eyes, which have been altered with multiple blepharoplasties, creating an upward slant that gives her face a distinctly feline look. Her cheekbones, transformed through implants and fillers, became more pronounced, sculpting a face that is strikingly different from her original features. Despite the intense media scrutiny and criticism, Joslyn has denied claims that her surgeries were excessive, instead attributing her unique look to her Swiss heritage. Now, in her 80s, Joslyn remains a well-known socialite, as recognized for her bold transformation as for her once glamorous lifestyle. Her pursuit of an extreme beauty ideal left an indelible mark on her appearance and on public perception. Jocelyn's path was deliberate, yet the next celebrity on our list faced a transformation far more shocking and from a source that was truly catastrophic. Stay tuned. Number 17, Raji Nining. Raji's story stands as a chilling cautionary tale about the dangers of unregulated cosmetic procedures. In 2005, seeking affordable filler injections to enhance her features, she unknowingly fell into the hands of an unlicensed practitioner who injected a dangerous cocktail of cement, tire sealant, and mineral oil into her face. The result was catastrophic. Instead of the fuller, more contoured look she desired, Raji's face became disfigured with hardened lumps and severe deformities. Her cheeks, intended to appear smooth and voluminous, turned bumpy and misshapen, leading her to retreat from the public eye for years. It wasn't until her appearance on the TV show Botched that Raji found a glimmer of hope. Though surgeons performed multiple corrective surgeries, the toxic substances couldn't be completely removed without risking further damage. Despite this, Raji's face regained some of its natural contours, especially around her cheeks and jawline, allowing her to reclaim part of her original look. Today, Raji uses her experience to educate others on the dangers of black market cosmetic procedures, embracing her journey of resilience and transformation. Her story is a powerful reminder of the real risks involved in chasing beauty through unregulated means. Raji's recovery was an extraordinary journey, but our next celebrity took a completely different approach to cosmetic surgery, resulting in a transformation that defies all expectations. Stay tuned. Number 16, Eygor and GK Bogdanov. The faces of these French twin brothers became as famous as their careers, but for reasons they likely never imagined. Originally celebrated for their chiseled jaws, high cheekbones, and strikingly symmetrical features, Eygor and GK first rose to fame in the 1970s as television personalities in science fiction. However, by the late 1990s, their appearance began an astonishing transformation that has left audiences around the world captivated and confused. Despite persistent rumors of extensive cosmetic surgery, the Bogdanov twins consistently denied any surgical interventions, instead attributing their evolving looks to technological experiments. Yet, their appearances seemed to tell a different story. Their cheekbones became dramatically elevated and bulbous, while their chins appeared elongated and their lips noticeably fuller. This resulted in a face that many described as alien-like, with stretched, unusually smooth skin, likely the result of Botox and fillers used extensively over time. By the 2000s, their features had become so exaggerated that appearances at events like the Cannes Film Festival drew widespread attention and concern. What was once a classically symmetrical look had morphed into something altogether otherworldly, leading fans and critics alike to label their look extraterrestrial, a label the brothers came to embrace with humor. Their transformation has fascinated fans and puzzled onlookers, becoming a surreal testament to the extremes of cosmetic enhancement. Eygor and GK's story is memorable, but the next celebrity on our list took her enhancements even further, creating a look that defied convention. Stay tuned. Number 15, Anastasia Pokershuk. How far is too far when it comes to redefining beauty through cosmetic enhancements? Ukrainian model and influencer Anastasia Pokershuk has pushed the boundaries, earning global attention and controversy as the woman with the world's largest cheeks. Starting her cosmetic journey in her 20s, Anastasia gradually transitioned from subtle touch-ups to an extreme transformation. Her cheeks, now her most distinctive feature, have been filled to an astonishing prominence, creating a sharp, angular look that starkly contrasts with her natural appearance. The exaggerated volume of her cheeks gives her face a sculpted, almost surreal aesthetic that defies conventional beauty norms. But her transformation doesn't stop there. To complement her prominent cheeks, Anastasia has enhanced her lips, chin, and jawline, crafting an overall look that is highly dramatic and uniquely her own. While some have criticized her look as overly artificial, Anastasia is unapologetic. She credits these changes with giving her a tremendous confidence boost, even sharing that, in her view, she looked like a gray mouse before and now feels more exotic and empowered. Anastasia's dramatic transformation challenges conventional beauty standards in bold ways. But our next story takes us in a different direction, one driven not by choice, but by necessity. Stay tuned. Number 14, Mickey Rourke. Our next story proves that even when cosmetic surgery is essential, the results can be both unexpected and transformative. Known for his ruggedly handsome looks in the 1980s, Mickey Rourke's roles in films like 9.5 Weeks and Angel Heart showcased his chiseled cheekbones and sharp jawline. However, a passion for boxing led him to injuries that changed his life and his face. After sustaining multiple facial injuries in the boxing ring, Rourke underwent a series of reconstructive surgeries to repair the damage. These included 5 procedures on his nose and extensive work on his shattered cheekbones. Unfortunately, the surgeries had a profound effect on his appearance, leaving his once angular features more rounded and swollen, with his cheekbones taking on an exaggerated, sculpted look. Additionally, Botox and fillers gave his face a tight, smooth appearance, creating a frozen effect, particularly around his forehead and lips. Public reactions to Rourke's transformation have been divided. Some sympathize with the necessity of his surgeries, while others critique the extent of his enhancements. In recent years, Rourke himself has been candid about his regrets, admitting that he went to the wrong guy for his repairs. Despite the physical changes, his talent remains undeniable. His performance in The Wrestler earned him critical acclaim, proving that his artistry transcends appearance. While Mickey's surgeries were meant to heal, the next celebrity's pursuit of youth led her down a very different and ultimately regrettable path. Stay tuned. Number 13, Courtney Cox. Is it possible to turn back time without losing who you are? Courtney Cox's journey with cosmetic enhancements shows just how challenging that balance can be. Once celebrated for her fresh, natural beauty as Monica Geller on Friends, Cox initially turned to subtle Botox and fillers to maintain her youthful appearance. But as time went on, her efforts to defy aging grew more intensive, with each procedure adding to a domino effect that altered her familiar features. The treatments, particularly around her cheeks and forehead, left her with a tighter, more rigid look. Fans noticed that her once expressive face had begun to seem frozen, a far cry from her trademark natural charm. Cox has openly reflected on her cosmetic choices and the regrets that came with them. She admitted that the fillers left her looking so different, she felt like she no longer recognized herself. Her cheeks became over-enhanced, her skin pulled taut, resulting in an artificial, doll-like appearance. As the procedures continued, each one seemed to necessitate another to maintain balance, ultimately pushing her further from the appearance she originally wanted to preserve. In 2017, Cox made the bold choice to have her fillers dissolved, opting to embrace a more natural look and the aging process itself. She now reflects on how the pursuit of perpetual youth can backfire, leaving a lasting impact not only on one's appearance, but on one's self-identity. While Courtney's journey ended with a return to her natural beauty, the next celebrity was left with a transformation so extreme that they became almost unrecognizable. Stay tuned. Number 12, Priscilla Presley. One misstep in the world of cosmetic surgery can lead to a lifetime of regret, and Priscilla Presley's experience stands as a powerful reminder of this harsh reality. Once celebrated for her timeless beauty, Priscilla's transformation took a devastating turn in 2003. She placed her trust in Daniel Serrano, an unlicensed doctor who injected her face with industrial-grade silicone, typically used in mechanical applications, not medicine. The result was severe lumps, facial paralysis, and scarring that left her with a stiff, mask-like appearance, especially around her lips and cheeks. Even after a corrective surgery in 2008, the damage was hard to undo. Her natural high cheekbones became overly filled, giving her face a swollen look, while her lips appeared unnaturally plumped. Combined with facelifts and Botox, her expressions became restricted, her forehead and eyes seemingly frozen. Fans noted a waxy, tight look that erased the soft, expressive quality that once defined her features. The toll on her appearance became even more pronounced after 2019, when a cancerous tissue was removed from her nose. Concerned about scarring, Priscilla pursued additional procedures, intensifying her focus on cosmetic corrections to cover the marks left by cancer surgery. Priscilla's pursuit of eternal youth has resulted in an appearance that many feel is unrecognizable compared to her Hollywood heyday. Her story is a stark reminder of the risks involved in cosmetic enhancements, a tale of transformation that became a cautionary lesson. And while Priscilla's journey ended in regret, our next celebrity's decision left even their closest loved ones in shock. Stay tuned. Number 11, Sharon Osborne. You know something seriously off with a cosmetic procedure when even your closest partner doesn't recognize you. Sharon Osborne, known for her candidness and no-holds-barred personality, has never shied away from talking about her experiences with plastic surgery. Over the years, she's undergone various procedures, from breast enhancements to facelifts, sharing her journey with the public. However, her 2021 facelift was a different story altogether. What was meant to be a routine procedure turned into a nightmare that left her deeply regretful. Sharon described the experience as horrendous, revealing that the results were far from what she had expected. One of her eyes ended up noticeably lower than the other, distorting her facial symmetry. Sharon humorously compared herself to Quasimodo, saying her face looked asymmetrical with one eye here and the other there. Her cheeks, once youthful and natural, were pulled so tight they appeared unnaturally frozen, giving her face a stiff, stretched look. The surgery, which lasted over 5 hours, not only altered her appearance but also caused significant pain and discomfort during recovery. This wasn't Sharon's first encounter with plastic surgery. She had previously undergone facelifts in 1987 and 2002. However, the 2021 procedure left her regretting the decision, with her husband Ozzy Osbourne also reacting negatively to the results. Sharon was forced to undergo additional corrective work to fix the misalignment, further complicating her recovery. After years of cosmetic treatments, Botox, fillers, breast implants, Sharon has now vowed to stop altering her appearance, stating, "I'm done." Sharon's experience highlights the unpredictable nature of cosmetic surgery and how, even with the best intentions, the pursuit of perfection can sometimes lead to regret. And while Sharon's journey was filled with bumps along the way, the next celebrity took things to an even more extreme level in their quest for perfection. Stay tuned. Number 10, Katie Price. At what point does altering your face so many times result in a person no longer recognizing themselves? Katie Price's transformation might hold the answer to that unsettling question. Once celebrated for her natural beauty during her early modeling career, Katie's appearance has drastically shifted over the years, driven by a series of cosmetic procedures that have left her with a drastically different look. Her most recent surgeries include her 6th facelift, which has left her face with an unnaturally tight, stretched appearance. The lift around her eyebrows has created a permanently arched expression. Often described as Spock-like, a feature she has openly admitted she hopes to correct in future surgeries. Her cheeks, once soft and natural, have become significantly more pronounced, likely from fillers that have given her face a fuller, more artificial look. In addition to the facelifts, Katie has undergone multiple lip enhancements, making her lips appear overly plumped. Her nose, too, has undergone several rhinoplasties, becoming narrower and more sculpted with each procedure. Despite the backlash, Katie remains unapologetic, often comparing her body maintenance to the process of fixing a car, and expressing her intention to continue surgeries until she achieves what she deems the perfect look. Katie's journey is a striking example of how the pursuit of perfection can alter a person's appearance in ways that feel irreversible. While her transformation is well documented, the next celebrity's changes remain shrouded in mystery, as her evolving look raises more questions than answers. Number 9, Carrot Top. You won't believe how dramatically one comedian's face changed, all while he denied every rumor about going under the knife. Scott Thompson, better known as Carrot Top, has been at the center of plastic surgery speculation for over a decade. Famous for his fiery red hair and eccentric style, Carrot Top has consistently denied undergoing any cosmetic procedures. Despite the obvious changes in his appearance, his facial structure has sparked widespread debate, with fans and experts alike pointing to several potential alterations. His eyebrows now appear more arched and defined compared to his earlier years, leading to rumors of a brow lift. His once angular face now looks fuller, which some suggest could be the result of cheek implants or facial fillers. Additionally, his skin has gone from uneven to remarkably smooth, which many believe is due to Botox or chemical peels. Despite the ongoing speculation, Carrot Top insists that his dramatic transformation is simply the result of a strict workout regimen and a healthy lifestyle. He humorously remarked that if he had plastic surgery, he'd look even better than he does now. While the debate over his appearance continues, one thing is undeniable: Carrot Top's transformation has become a Hollywood hot topic. While Carrot Top's evolving look raises questions, the next celebrity took their obsession with cosmetic procedures to staggering extremes. Number 8, Pete Burns. When plastic surgery becomes an obsession, the results can be as dramatic as they are irreversible. Just ask Pete Burns, the flamboyant lead singer of Dead or Alive, who became as famous for his music as for his striking and ever-changing face. His journey into plastic surgery began with anaplasty to repair a broken nose, but what followed was a series of procedures that drastically altered his appearance over the decades. The most noticeable transformation was his nose. After 4 surgeries, Pete's nose became smaller, more pointed, and narrower, almost unrecognizable from its original shape. This set the stage for further changes, including cheekbone implants that gave his face a sharp, sculpted look, accentuating his already angular features. His cheeks became so prominent that they overshadowed the rest of his facial structure, leaving an unforgettable impression. Pete's lips were another focal point in his transformation. Undergoing 2 lip augmentations, his lips became overly plump, but over time, the swelling from the fillers made it painful for him to even open his mouth. Eventually, he required emergency surgery to prevent further damage. By the time Pete had completed his final procedures, he had endured over 300 surgeries, leaving his face radically altered and his appearance permanently changed. Pete Burns' ever-evolving look is unforgettable, but our next celebrity took their pursuit of youth to even greater extremes. Number 7, Janice Dickinson. From supermodel to surgery addict, Janice Dickinson's pursuit of eternal youth transformed her face and life in ways even she couldn't have predicted. Once hailed as the world's first supermodel, Janice dramatically altered her appearance over the years with a series of plastic surgeries that began in her early 30s. What started with breast augmentation soon expanded to an array of facial procedures, setting the stage for an unforgettable transformation. By the time Janice reached the height of her fame as a reality TV judge, she had undergone multiple facelifts, liposuction, and Botox treatments. Each procedure fundamentally changed the structure of her face. The facelifts tightened her skin, leaving it smooth and taut, but at the cost of her natural contours. As a result, her features appeared overlifted and somewhat unnatural. The cheek implants gave her a sculpted, pronounced look, but combined with Botox and fillers, her facial expressions became increasingly rigid over time. Her lips, plumped by fillers, contributed to an exaggerated appearance that often drew significant public attention. Despite the dramatic changes, Janice remained unapologetic about her choices, even appearing on the reality show Botched to correct a breast surgery from 30 years earlier. However, while these surgeries kept her in the public eye, they also led to serious financial strain, ultimately contributing to her bankruptcy in 2013 due to unpaid cosmetic bills. Janice embraced her surgical journey. But the next celebrity's face changed so dramatically that even his family couldn't believe it. Number 6, Simon Cowell. When even your own son comments on your new look, you know something went wrong. Simon Cowell, the formidable music mogul and TV personality, has been as candid about his plastic surgery journey as he has been critical on talent shows. What began with Botox injections to fend off the signs of aging eventually grew into more invasive procedures. His most significant transformation came with a series of facelifts, each aiming to turn back the years, but instead they resulted in his skin being pulled to an almost overstretched extent. This overcorrection left his features looking pinched, particularly around the mid-face area where his cheeks became unnaturally taut and lifted high, giving him a constant look of mild surprise. His once firm and defined jawline softened, blurring the rugged features that had once defined his face, even his eyes, which he hoped to rejuvenate through eyelid surgeries to remove sagging skin. He ended up looking tight and perpetually wide. Simon himself admitted that he felt he looked like something out of a horror film, an impression that even his young son Eric shared with concern over Simon's new look. Acknowledging the impact of these changes, Cowell has since expressed regret, stating in interviews that he might have gone too far. Simon's regret is clear, but the next celebrity embraced her surgeries like a badge of honor. Number 5, Joan Rivers. Imagine undergoing so many procedures that your own reflection becomes unfamiliar. Joan Rivers, a legendary comedian and television host, became just as iconic for her love of plastic surgery as for her biting humor. Over the years, Joan underwent a staggering number of cosmetic procedures, a journey she openly admitted to with both pride and humor. Her first surgery, an eye lift at the age of 32, kicked off a lifelong transformation that included multiple facelifts, Botox injections, rhinoplasties, and liposuction. Her face, once youthful and naturally expressive, gradually adopted a more frozen, polished appearance. Her features, once soft and rounded, became tighter and more angular, especially after several facelifts and a brow lift that left her forehead smooth but largely immobile. Regular Botox and filler treatments further contributed to her increasingly stiff and frozen. Look, erasing any signs of aging but limiting facial expression. Joan's nose also underwent several rhinoplasties, becoming smaller and more refined, which ultimately altered the symmetry of her face. The result was a look that many described as doll-like, while others saw it as excessively altered. Despite the public commentary, Joan openly embraced her transformation, even joking that she was the poster girl for plastic surgery. Joan's plastic surgery journey became as legendary as her career. Yet the next transformation on our list was so drastic it happened almost overnight.